Hey everyone, it's Baze Junkie transmitting from Hamburg, Germany, back with a new video, and back with a new unboxing video because I received mail, like 2 envelopes, and one of those I'm gonna open today, which is once again coming in from the AUT RECORDS label from Italy, once again with those nice measurements on the back. AUT RECORDS is a label I don't have to lose too many words on that because you all have seen them on my channel quite a lot, run by Davide Lorenzo. It's a label that's like basically rooted in jazz, free improv and all that kind of goodness, has branched out a little here and there and had me sorted out with their releases for years on end. So basically since I run my channel, more or less, which has been like 10 years right now. So let's dive into this quick and dirty and find out what is in there. I want to send you over to my secondary channel as well, Baze Junkie Classics, which is linked in the front page of my YouTube channel, because I uploaded another set I recorded recently. Did this the old way, like pulled out like an old vintage cassette, repainted this because it was like something totally different, put like a little plastic strap like on top of those holes at the spine, and used it and abused it for recording a DJ set like you did in the old days. Then I digitized that, so that's why it's all a little bit like over the top and like distorted and stuff, and recorded like an old school house set just for the lulz, and turned out good. So I want you to enjoy that as well. But now let's go into this one with a little handy blade here. Luckily this time no destruction happened like on the way, and probably, oh, let's find out what this is. And the other package I got from the Greek label, Sound and Silence, also had no destruction, no signs of destruction. So what we got here are 2 new CDs. We got press releases as well, and a little bit of shrink wrap around those. So I'm going to remove that quickly. And yeah, the year is almost coming to an end right now, like late October. It's been a crappy year, kind of, at least when it comes to the last month, and started out great, but then, like, to be honest, there have been some like developments I could have done without, and which will keep me occupied for quite a while, like in terms of not diving deeply into music things and stuff, and like cutting down a little on my label as well. But well, I got a plan how to sort things, and I got help in terms of how to sort things, so all will be good again, I guess, hopefully at the end of 2026 in all directions. So we got here Minima Moralia, Osmose, which is an interesting take on osmosis, I guess, which is a thing I learned about at school, like when things, well, hard to say in English, but like biochemistry and stuff. So, and also this cover here like points to that. Minima Moralia is a 3-piece, I guess, run by Ivan Pilat, Tony Constantini and Riccardo Zorzi, baritone, sax, trombone and drums. Got a 7-track album here, which runs for 38 minutes and 39 seconds. Ivan Pilat is the leader and creator of the project, definitely, who was inspired by the philosophical visions of Felix Guattari, which I'm not familiar with. I don't even know the names, so whatever is behind that like escapes me right now because due to my lack of knowledge. But I thought today when I was scrolling through Instagram that I need to pick up like reading again at some point, and I discovered a website which featured a lot of obscure and occult books and stuff, which well, I'm not into occultism at all, but which sounded very interesting to me, and probably when I have all things sorted, I might dive into that realm as well. Not into the occult, but into like finding like obscure like books from back in the day like from very ancient days, and starting to read them and collect them, because this is a field I haven't been digging into much. And there's also a lot of interesting music books around. I've seen in my day job, like usually we deal with vinyl, but a lot of like music related books come through as well. So there might be things I want to dig into in this regard as well. So my interests are broadening a little bit once again. And coming back to the Minima Moralia album by Chaos Mose, the sounds developed through an oblique and unpredictable musical practice, so free improv probably, where sonic syntax regenerates from moment to moment. The ensemble rejects any form of hollow aestheticism or self-satisfied hermeticism, and is embracing an expressive gesture that is authentic and necessary, rooted in existential and political urgency. Stylistic identity of Chaos Mose is based on a personal combination of languages, composed music, free improv, graphic scores, and conduction, blend into a continuous flow balancing between structural rigor and anarchic impulse. Okay, conceptual music, basically, and as I said, the Chaos Mose name kind of reminds me of biochemistry and osmosis, and I guess this is what this cover might point to. Might be mistaken, but this gives like, well, plants to me at some point, or cells, and structure of cells. We got a lot of text in here, I guess, and the back. Insomnia, wandering in the cage, tact, pseudomenos, andano verso, direzioni ipotetic, and angina pectoris are the titles. There's a bit of Italian text in here, which probably explains the philosophical background of this, which is an extract of Adorno's Minima Moralia, which seems to be a book. So looks like this. I'm gonna take this as a thumbnail picture, I guess, because I really like that. I hope this works with the glare. And the next one is a group that is familiar, Tell No Lies, which is about to be released, or has been released on October 29th as an 8-track album, total time 47 minutes and 7 seconds. Mantica, so Tell No Lies is a group that has been releasing on the AUT Records label previously, and I've reviewed those on my website nightstyles.de a while ago, years ago, actually 2 years maybe. Not good. The time like flies, and I'm losing track of when I got which album, but one of their albums was called, I guess, Anazurma, if I'm not mistaken, white album with the Tell No Lies name printed all over it in a kind of like orangey, like kind of textured, probably wood referencing print. I see this like before my inner eye, and I basically know where I put it. And this is a 5-track or 5-piece ensemble which employs tenor and sopranino sax, tenor sax, piano, double bass, and drums. The quintet opens a new chapter in his journey. They've been active for 3 albums and more than 10 years, and they are led by the piano player Nicola Guazzaloca, which made them return with a music that weaves composition and improvisation into a form that is always shifting and unpredictable. The previous album highlighted the vitality of South African jazz, and Mantica, the actual album, takes on this legacy and pushes it further, exploring a soundscape where the group's collective voice becomes the creative engine. There are compositions like as a guideline, and they transform, I guess, into an ever-changing landscape. Episodes of burning intensity alternate with moments of suspended lyricism, if in a flow without clear boundaries. So we got some, I guess, compositions as a bass line in like jazzy free improv, and then they well, are further developed as a group. Curious about the album, definitely, but still they are, as it says here, deeply rooted in the history of Italian jazz and the experimental scene. Released on October 29th, and the other one was released a week previously on October 22nd. I guess the cover artwork references South African heritage or African heritage in general, I guess, with a more traditional clothing style on display. And here's the inside of the CD. 8 tracks, and the typography on the back, I guess, is the same typeface as was used on the actual album. I remember like reviewing the Anna Surma album, I guess, if it's the name it was called, I think so. And recorded in late 2024, November 30th and December 1st, mixed and mastered in April 25. And well, wow, this looks great. I really like the CD with the print here, with a layered but like partially reflective thing. Looks like a cloud to me, or like some like network organic nature. Really love those. And yeah, this is gonna be reviewed on my website Nightstyles as well. And just as a side note, I had an interesting like short conversation on Instagram recently with guys from a magazine I wrote for like ages ago, and was nice to reconnect, the Face magazine in Germany. And well, we'll see if there is, like, not yet and not within the next year, but we might reconnect at some point, or like go into other projects. We'll see. But it was good to have a chat after all these years, like after I quit from them, like, I don't know, 2013 or something like that, after more than 10 years. But it's always interesting when you come back to people, or when you like meet through some circles once again, and the things that are or have been like probably problematic in like back in the day, or when the situation was at a point where you split path, and probably not always on like most excellent terms, but at some point, well, there's always a reason why you split from clubs, from residencies, from magazines, from jobs, from former jobs. And sometimes things go a little like south, I guess, but after like so many years have passed, all those things don't seem to matter anymore. So this was like a nice feeling and stuff, but now I'm getting rambly and it's like kind of late. So I want to get this video up quickly. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the new subscribers, for the support and stuff. And still on the road to 1K. Get me there, and if you want to support me, you know the score. BANDCAMP, Spreadshirt down there, and also like the Discogs seller profile, which is getting more and more active. If some of you are liking like Tangerine Dream, you want to pick up some cheapos, or like relatively cheapos from that era, Berlin School, you're always welcome to hit me up on Discogs, for, of course. And now I'm out. See you in the next one.